Hey everyone, okay, I'm going to do a quick video. Great response from the second podcast episode I did on sleep. So I've done 2 sleep episodes on the podcast, episode 43 and episode 51 or 52, I think. So if you have a problem sleeping, definitely go check out the podcast episode, it should help loads. But a question that came in from that was from Patrick Caffey. He said, if you're having a problem sleeping but feel tired when you wake up, would you recommend using taurine and magnesium or GABA and 5-HTP? So what I talked about in the second episode was the sleep devices I use, so the white noise machine, the blue light blocking glasses for blue light in the evenings, and what supplements that I prefer. The main ones that I like, and I've built some of these into my top 50 online program, is taurine, GABA, 5-HTP and magnesium are kind of the 4 that I prefer, and then melatonin if you really have an extreme case of where you can't sleep properly. But something that a lot of people struggle with is not getting to sleep, it's just waking up tired. So I'm going to go in a little bit different direction with this video because I actually did a section on this in the book because it was something I struggled with. I had years of sleep, just poor sleep quality, that I used to struggle to fall asleep, then I'd struggle to stay asleep, and I'd wake up tired in the morning. So what I found was, if you're someone that struggles with actually falling asleep, magnesium and taurine tend to work great because they wind down your central nervous system before bed. Theanine is also one I'm experimenting with the minute, and I really like that too. But they tend to wind down your central nervous system, can calm you down before bed, and allow you to fall asleep quicker. I tend to find things like 5-HTP and GABA tend to keep me in a deeper sleep. They can also help you fall asleep because GABA is obviously one of the hormones that your body releases when it goes to sleep, and then serotonin is the precursor from tryptophan or tryptophan, which is the main ingredient in 5-HTP, which releases serotonin in the brain, which can make you happier, can wind you down and help you sleep, but I find it keeps me asleep longer. What I have found has worked best for me for not waking up tired is making sure that I fall within the REM cycles when I go to sleep. So there's no supplement here. What I've done is it's been the timings. So what I found was when I used to go to bed and I fell asleep for 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours, it didn't matter because I woke up tired regardless of how long I slept. What I started doing, and when I read a book, I think it's Littleworth is his name, and Sleep is the name of his book, and he spoke about how your body falls into the REM cycles of 90-minute REM cycles. So now what I do when I go to sleep is I make sure that I wake up or try and wake up around those REM cycles. So for example, if I go to bed at 12 o'clock, at night, I'll either set my alarm for 6 a.m. the next morning or 7:30 so that I'm getting those 90-minute cycles. They have made a massive difference for me. What I find is it normally takes me about half an hour to unwind before bed. So I go to bed at about 10 a.m. and I set my alarm for 6 because it does take me about half an hour to nod off. And then every time my alarm goes at 6 and I use a SAT alarm, which is a natural daylight alarm, I find that I'm able to wake up and I'm not groggy in the morning. What happens sometimes with people is when you go to sleep and you wake up in the middle of a REM cycle, you get really, really groggy and you're really tired and take about an hour and 2 hours to get actually going in the morning because you just came out of that middle of that cycle. Whereas if you can hack that and come out as you're entering a new cycle, you don't wake up half as groggy. So that's something that has supported me massively over the last probably 12 months or so. So it's something I would advise you doing. So what I would suggest you experiment with, how long does it normally take you to fall asleep? If you fall asleep as soon as your head hits a pillow, I would set your alarm for 6 hours or 7.5 hours or 9 hours, follow the 90-minute cycles from the time that you put your head down. If you're like me and it takes you half an hour to fall asleep, give yourself that half an hour window. I need about 7.5 hours to be fully functional the next day. I can function on 6 and I do good on 9, but 7.5 is when I feel my absolute optimal. So experiment with those. That's in a section in my book where I talk about the sleep cycles and what I've used myself, but it's very similar to what I've discussed in this video. So hopefully that will help you. If you try that, definitely let me know and comment below if you're going to try it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And anyone that intends to try this on Facebook, comment below and let me know. I hope this video helps you loads. Catch you guys soon.